Okay, this is a slash pine, so we're going to get some pine needles. And okay, this is a slash pine, so we're going to get some pine needles. And the younger, smaller, out here closer to the tips are actually better, and more tender. And you want to do this away from any kind of traffic, because you have pollution around traffic. So you'll take these, and we're going to take them home. We'll break these up and put them in a cup of hot water and let them sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. And make us some tea. The pine needle tea is really high in vitamin C. Really healthy for you. So you just want to kind of like break them up a little bit. Put them in the boiling hot water in your cup and let them steep for about 10 to 15 minutes. So again, you want to get these where they're tender, the youngest parts of them tender. What was the ladybug? Can you see it?
Yes.
The ladybug? Okay, so I got slash pine. These are about 6 inches long, somewhere around there, maybe just a little longer. Alright, so we're going to take these home. Out in the woods, if you're camping, you can make tea out here while you're camping. Okay, that's good. Okay, we're going to make the tea with our pine needles. And these were the slash pine needles that I collected. So add a little more water here, make sure we got plenty of water. Alright, so we're going to heat our water up. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to take the pine needles, and you want to just crush them up a little. Crush them up, break them up a little bit. So you get all the flavor and all the nutrients and all out of it while it's warming up and steeping. We'll pour once our water gets ready, we're gonna pour the water in here on the pine needles, and then we're gonna let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes and let it steep. So these are the slash pine. You can use any kind of pine needles. Here in Florida we have the slash pine, the longleaf pine, and we also have the sand pine, which can also be called the spruce pine. So these here are the slash pine. Okay, our water's almost ready. I'll turn it up a little. Okay, our water's almost ready. I had to turn it up a little more. You can do this out in the woods if you're camping. You can make your heat your water up over your fire or over a little cook stove. If you're hiking and you carry a little cook stove, you can heat your water up with a cook stove. So the water's just about ready here, and then we're going to pour it on into the cup on top of the needles. Okay, so it's 9:04, so we're gonna let this sit until about 9:15, maybe a couple minutes after, and then we'll pull the pine needles out and taste it. This is very healthy for you. It's got it's loaded with vitamin C. It's very healthy. Then this is a slash pine. They grow out branches from when they're way little in the ground. Start coming up. They'll have branches sprouting out. And their leaves are about 6 inches long. Their pine needles are about 6 inches long on the slash pine. Okay, it's been 11 minutes. So our pine needle tea is ready. So I'm going to pull the pine needles out. Pull the camera back a little. This way you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so we're just going to get these out. Alright, just so you can see here. So pull all the pine needles out. So all it does is kind of discolors the water a little. It's kind of got like a little bit of a greenish tint to it. So let's see if it's cool enough that I can drink it. There we go. Still pretty hot. Still pretty warm, but I'll have to let it cool just a little more to drink it. But it doesn't have much of a, it doesn't give it an awful taste or nothing. And this is just straight pine needles with no kind of sweetener. I didn't put any kind of sweetener in it. So you could add something natural like honey. If you wanted it a little bit sweeter. I'm going to give this just another couple minutes, and then I'm going to drink the rest of it. So I'll be right back. There's a long needle pine. They get about 6 foot tall before they start having branches come out. They grow straight up. And about 6 foot before they start branching out. And their leaves are about a foot long. Their needles, pine needles, are about a foot long. Okay, this is a longleaf needle pine. These are longleaf needle pines. The needles are about a foot long. And these come up about 6 foot or so before they start sprouting branches on the tree. So they grow up straight about 6 foot before they start getting branches on them. These are about 12-inch long needles. Okay. I had to let that cool a couple more minutes. But you can see by the clock there that I stopped I put the water in, and then about 9:16 I took the pine needles out. So again, here's the tea. So I had to let it cool a couple more minutes so I could drink it. And it's still pretty warm. That's pretty good. And this is the slash pine. I've made it with the long needle pine. And I'll show you our refrigerator here. Some of the pictures and stuff. There's a postcard from, that's at Treasure Island, over on the west coast of Florida. And there's Treasure Island. This is some of our family pictures and stuff we do. And then I'll show you our other refrigerator right here. I got a lot of our fishing pictures on this one. That thing there, I made that for Robin, our daughter. She loves to fish with us. And I'm gonna have to do a video soon on Wynette's Barbies. She's got a lot of Barbies. There's some superhero women. And here's our biker. Some of our biker pictures and stuff on this side of the refrigerator. From a lot of our motorcycle rides. We got some Walking Dead figures up here. And I got couple of the Daryl. The Daryl with a couple different motorcycles. So there's some of our Walking Dead stuff. A couple of pictures that are my brother-in-law Pat drew of me and Wynette on the motorcycle. So we're about to start doing some saltwater fishing here soon, and we'll be doing some videos on that. So just kind of showing you around a little bit while I'm enjoying my tea. Alright, I'm going to finish this off because it's very healthy. It has a lot of vitamin C in it. Really healthy for you. So we're just going to come back in here for a minute. Get that set back. There we go. And I didn't put any sweetener or nothing in this. It's just pine needles. There we go, pine needle tea. I might as well just show you this while I'm right here. The pine needles that I took out. So you can see the different color in the pine needles. Still in the bag, fresh. And then after they were made into tea, I just figured I'd show that to you real quick while I had it right here. Okay, thank you for watching.